vulnerable post. I'm going to do it anyway because I want to, because I can, and it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. So I'm going to preface this to say that my thoughts are mine, based on my life, my conditioning, timeline. That said, what I think in no way is meant to be inflammatory or upsetting. Your thoughts are valid, and how you came to the conclusions come to in your life are yours. That's the preface. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to tell you my story and my thought, and that's it. Here we go. Bear with me. Throughout everyone's life, speaking for myself specifically, why are we here? What on earth? Big Bang Theory? Relationship? Is there a God? Does he talk to us? Does he want to? I think at the end of the day, those are questions that I've had, and those are questions that I've heard from others, and they're valid. My understanding mostly is that we as people want to know the truth. And in order for us to know what that is, we have to go on our own journey. If someone has decided that there is no God and they are absolutely atheist and they are only interested in the scientific perspective of matters, they are looking at it from an intellectual, logical perspective. While as a person of faith, that might be odd, I don't see it that way. I see it as their journey to know the truth. And if they have not ever had an experience with God, then how can they know logically that there is one? Our spiritual experiences are moments of what some people would call synchronicity, which is really just confirmation, are so private, and they're ours. Because those of us who have had them, we can say that we know what we know based on our experiences, but we cannot ask someone who has not had those to shift their paradigm, because then we are asking them not to believe what they understand is true. And just because we know what we know about truth does not mean that they yet know it all the way. So with that said, I want to be very respectful to people's journey and how they have come to the conclusions that they have come to. The last thing that we want to do is alienate people who are searching for the truth and maybe have not arrived at whatever point we have arrived at. My personal perception is that our reason for being created was relationship. It is my personal perception that there is a sovereign God who is a creator. And for reasons that are outside of my understanding, he wanted a relationship with us, and he created us in his image. Genesis says that he walked with us in the cool of the evening in a perfect world where there was no pain, there was no suffering. And he gave them one request. Don't eat from that tree of knowledge. Whether you believe it's literal or figurative, it was his to offer. He gave us free will. He made us in his image. So if he is sovereign, he has given us the sovereignty and autonomy to choose him. And we, as a people, chose not to obey the one request he gave us. And there was a consequence for that choice, which is hard work, painful childbirth, and all of the life experiences that we've had as human beings. Yes. He is sovereign. He is beyond our comprehension. His ways are higher, his thoughts are broader. He sits outside of time and space. Now, space is infinite. So our capacity to understand what a sovereign creator even is within our limited minds, truly there's no way to describe something so massive that it would sit outside of time and space, truly. To comprehend what that even means is a lifelong journey. He is holy, and he is perfect, and he is without sin, and there is no darkness in him. And as a result, he gave instructions to his people on laws and ways to come into communion with him that required sacrifice. Blood sacrifice by the Levite tribe of priests, because only they were given permission by God to do it on behalf of the rest of us. Sacrifice has been a part of religions forever. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Go find out for yourself. And over time, it was determined that nobody, not one single human being, was able to keep every single law that was required in order to come into communion or a relationship with him directly. And so as a gift, he sent his son, Yeshua, who was fully man and fully God, who left the right hand of his Father and descended to earth and led a perfect life, and by doing so, fulfilled the law. What's done in heaven is done on earth. And often, if you read history or if you read the Bible, whether to be in relationship or to learn history or for whatever reason you may choose, you will see that